Unlocking the truth. Noah Lyles on the uncertain future of sprinting. What's next for track stars? Sprinting's crown and its weight. Sprinting has always been the crown jewel of track and field. From Jesse Owens in Berlin to Carl Lewis in Los Angeles, from Florence Griffith Joyner's blazing brilliance to Usain Bolt's electrifying reign, sprinting has defined eras, nations, and even generations. When Bolt retired in 2017, the world faced an uncomfortable question. Who will carry the torch? Sprinting, the sport's most glamorous stage, seemed adrift without its showman king. Into that vacuum stepped Noah Lyles, a charismatic, defiant, and outspoken talent determined not just to win races, but to reimagine what it meant to be a sprinter in the modern age. But with greatness comes expectation. With expectation comes pressure. And with pressure comes uncertainty. As the 2025 Tokyo World Championships ended, Lyles, now a four-time 200-meter world champion, and the man many believe is Bolt's heir, sat down with journalists and fans asking a burning question. What is the future of sprinting? The rise of Noah Lyles. To understand the present, we must revisit the past. Noah Lyles was not born into the quiet anonymity of athletes who slowly rise. From high school, he was different. He sprinted with joy, danced at the start line, and spoke about greatness with a self-belief that some mistook for arrogance. But the times on the clock silenced doubters. By 2019, he was already world champion in the 200m. By 2021, he was an Olympic medalist. By 2023, he had begun to dominate not just the track but the headlines, his rivalries, his celebrations, his style making him a global personality. But perhaps more than his medals, it was his willingness to speak truth that made him stand out. Where others guarded their words, Lyles spoke about mental health, about athlete pay, about respect for track and field. He was sprinting's most human star in decades. Sprinting after Bolt. Usain Bolt's retirement left a shadow so massive that many wondered if sprinting itself would decline. Bolt wasn't just fast. He was entertainment, charisma, and mystique all wrapped into one. Stadiums were filled not just to see a race, but to see Bolt. 4 years after, sprinting struggled with identity. Names like Christian Coleman, Andre DeGrasse, and Fred Kerley won titles but didn't quite capture the global imagination. Women's sprinting thrived, led by Sha'Carri Richardson, Shelley-Ann Fraser-Pryce, and Elaine Thompson-Herah. But the men's side needed a storyteller, a lightning rod. Lyles became that figure. He embraced the comparisons to Bolt but insisted he would carve his own story. Bolt was Bolt. I'm Noah Lyles. I want kids to copy my dance moves, my fashion, my love for the sport, not just my speed. The 2025 Tokyo Turning Point. The Tokyo World Championships of 2025 cemented Lyles' status. He delivered a historic four-peat in the 200m, joining Bolt as the only man to do so. The crowd erupted. Yet, even in glory, Noah's post-race interviews carried a different tone. He wasn't just celebrating victory. He was questioning the sport's direction. Track and field is at a crossroads. We have the talent, the stories, the rivalries. But are we doing enough to make people care? To make kids dream about being sprinters again? These words sparked headlines. Lyles sounds alarm on sprinting's future. Unlocking the truth. So what exactly was Noah Lyles pointing to? What truth was he unlocking? Athlete pay and exposure. Unlike basketball, football, or tennis, track stars earn relatively little from their sport. Sponsorships are limited, prize money is modest, and outside the Olympics or Worlds, public attention dips. Lyles has been outspoken. We're the fastest people on the planet. Why are we not treated like it? Why are our races hidden on obscure channels? Why do we not have regular leagues that fans can follow? Mental health and pressure. The sprinting spotlight is brutal. One false start, one stumble, and years of work are gone. Noah himself has been open about struggles with depression and anxiety, challenging the culture of silence. We are humans first, athletes second. If the sport doesn't respect that, we lose not just athletes, we lose lives. The Bolt comparison trap. Every sprinter since 2017 has been compared to Usain Bolt. For Lyles, the comparisons became both flattering and frustrating. People want another Bolt. But there won't be another. There will be a Noah. If the sport keeps waiting for the next Bolt, we'll miss the present stars writing their own stories. Rivals and allies. Sprinting's future isn't just about Lyles. He knows this. The rivalries keep the sport alive. Fred Curley, the 100-meter world champion, stoic and unshakable. Lyles respects his power but thrives on being the opposite, expressive, flamboyant. Lyles Tobogo, the young prodigy from Botswana, dubbed the next Bolt. Lyles has taken him under his wing but also reminds him, don't let labels box you in. Sha'Carri Richardson, on the women's side, her star power rivals Lyles. The two often exchange playful social media banter, recognizing they are both faces of a new generation. Together, they form a tapestry of personalities that could bring sprinting into a golden era, if marketed correctly. Technology, entertainment, and the fan experience. Lyles often speaks about reinventing how fans consume track. He envisions races streamed live on social media with behind-the-scenes access, athlete-driven storytelling, podcasts, vlogs, real-time training updates, prize circuits structured like the NBA season, giving fans consistent storylines instead of one-off meets. He embraces technology, seeing wearable sensors and augmented broadcasts as tools to pull in younger fans. Kids play video games where they track every stat. Why not give them sprinting like that? Real-time speed, stride length, acceleration. Make it interactive. Vulnerability and vision. One of Noah's greatest strengths is his willingness to be vulnerable in public. After a disappointing bronze in the 200-meter at the Tokyo Olympics in 2021, he openly wept, confessing how mental struggles nearly broke him. Fans connected to that honesty. Now, as a global figure, he balances ambition with responsibility. He knows every word he says about the sport's future carries weight. He knows younger athletes look to him not just as a competitor but as a guide. In one reflective moment during a podcast, he said, "The truth is, sprinting doesn't just need stars. It needs a system that celebrates them. Otherwise, we'll keep burning out kids who could have been legends." What's next for track stars? The uncertainty Lyles speaks of is real, but it's also filled with opportunity. For athletes, a push for collective bargaining, better sponsorship deals, and athlete unions could reshape the economics of track. For fans, greater storytelling, rivalries, and accessible broadcasting could reignite global interest. For the sport, embracing change, technology, showmanship, athlete-driven media could make track not just a once-every-4-year spectacle, but a year-round passion. Noah sees himself as both a competitor and a reformer. He doesn't just want to win medals. He wants to leave sprinting stronger than he found it. Epilogue, the torchbearer. In 2025, standing under the Tokyo lights, gold medal around his neck, Noah Lyles didn't just look like a champion. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.